Okay, we are live. Oh man. Today my dog has joined me. How you doing, Riley? You doing good? Mhm. You're just gonna have to be in the background. What was up with the computer? Yeah, Riley's here. Well, first of all, I had like a leak in my house. I like looked up in my family room and there was like uh a freaking wet spot. So then I like taking care of that, but I like you know made a hole in the ceiling. But I had to spray something called Kills, which like gets rid of the stain, but it's super toxic and it smells really bad. So I opened up all the windows and I didn't want my dog being down there because like healthy dog. So Riley's chilling with me. She just got her haircut. You look great. Um, but yeah, Yukon. Dude, the computer. What? And it was like I don't know. It was like 45 minutes before uh I had to go live, and I was like, this is not good. This is not good. I uh I was trying to solve like something small, and then it like cascaded into something big. Um, and then I got caught in like a boot loop. So my computer was just like booting, and then it was like something's wrong, and then it would boot again, and I was like, yikes. So I like went into the BIOS and I like booted in safe mode. I like saved all my files. And it took me forever to like re-download. Yeah, here, maybe I should pull this forward. Is that better? I don't know. Um, and I had to like I saved a bunch of stuff. It took me forever to re-download all my plugins and stuff because I have so many. Um, and then move over all my samples and make sure all my projects loaded. And when you re-download all your plugins, you have to like sign into all the licenses, and they're all in emails and like on their website and stuff. So it took a long time, but I'm back. We are back. Honestly, everything's updated and it's running super smooth. I updated the BIOS. We are cooking, dude. We are cooking. Um, and right, I had so many ideas from like not being like a week out of working on music that thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was rough. But I made this song. Riley, what are you doing? You're not leaving. I'm not letting you breathe in the toxic stuff. Um anyway, I had so many ideas. I made this song. So like from start to finish over the weekend. Um but I will reiterate, Pair 11 is moving in a slightly different direction. I've mentioned it before, and this is different. I mean, I've always made like more upbeat stuff, and it was like leaning towards melodic, but I'm kind of going towards the genreless indie dance type feel. So this is going to be a little different, a little bit more hype, um, but I think it's going to be a good one. So I've already like kind of put this together, and I've kind of like built out sort of like a small mix, but um I definitely want to run through this because there's some finite details that I need to clear out. But let's take a listen. So it's it's getting there. I actually put these stems in here and I needed to do some cleaning out. Usually when I do this, I sometimes stems export and there's nothing on there. I think I see a couple. If I hit normalize, it'll like maximize the volume. There's no waveform here, so I can delete it. Get rid of it. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there was nothing coming in on this. Default. Bring it down. D-link. Let's move it over. It doesn't belong in the song. What else? There's something else in here I saw. Down here. This one. Yeah, that's nothing. That is nothing. We can delete that one too. All about cleaning up. That was 35. Unlink. Get out of here. Actually, I can bring that up. Okay. So what does it do? Anything? It's just a straight line. Like I looked at it and like you could see like sometimes you'll be tricked because there'll be like a straight line of nothing and then you'll see like this, like if I scroll along here, you'll see like this thing. So this is just a, like, I don't know, like a boom. Yeah. So, but there'll be stems that like export because I may have used a sound and then I was like, I don't want to use this anymore. But when I export the stems, it'll like still export that synth, even though it's not playing anything. So I throw everything in here and there's nothing. Like, what is this? Nothing? Cool. I didn't even look. You gotta look. Delete. Delete. Okay. Default. Unlink. And get out of here. Bye. Don't really need a bus for this because whatever. So yeah, it's super basic. Like the song is I mean, like the drums aren't anything crazy. It's just like even on the I added like some super basic. But like it's so dancey. When I add the bass in, if you like played this part, it's almost like I can already want to be a part of this. I've already, it's not even, it was so, it's like when you get good drums in and a good bass line, it's so easy to like build around it. As always, when I make my kicks, I parallel compress them. So you have 2 layers here. Crazy. Love it. It just adds so much to do that. And then the synths, like there's not that much going on. I mean, concurrently we have like 3 or 4 layers running at once. Yeah, I mean like yeah. Is that, did I do that on purpose? Yeah, I guess I just added this little click. That's so funny. I'm so weird. I just wanted to add a little transient to the stab, I guess. So because like without it, yeah, you kind of want it there. That's great. Yeah, I mean, sometimes if you, instead of like adjusting the actual synth, like instead of going into the sound design of the actual synth and adding those clicks, sometimes it's better to just make a separate click and a transient because you can affect it differently. But yeah, I'm a weirdo, dude. I'm so weird. But yeah, I mean, you miss it without it. Like, wait. It's so subtle, but it's so subtle. But with it all together. And then to make things interesting, I think I have three drops here, 3 courses. I'm probably gonna like, wait, what is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, I realized I didn't add that, so I pulled it up here. Let's keep it consistent, guys. Let's keep it on the same line. Cool. I'll probably delete these because I just want to make sure they're out of the way. But you can't see that part of the screen. I just realized. But if you were, there's like sections like there's no sound right here. I could just delete these. I don't know. I just like, part of me doesn't want to do that until the end. The second and third drop are different. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I think it needs a little bit more, but yeah, so it needs, it's like, it almost like needs another layer it's cool, it's dancey, but it needs something else. Like it needs like a transient click, or like it needs like another competing melody or like a complementary melody to like drive like more of the lower end part of the spectrum. And sometimes when I get to this stage where I'm like mixing it, I realize like, oh yeah, oops. Or we do a thing when you'll car test it. I don't know if everyone does this, but like when you're done with the song, you hear it in headphones, you hear it in your monitors, and then you go to your car and you car test it, and then you listen in like earbuds, because that's like where everyone's listening. You're either listening on speakers, you're listening in your car, or you're listening in your earbuds. And then you just kind of have to test it at shows if you have that opportunity. But to be honest, like, I think the car test is the real deal. Because that's where you listen to music. You can, like, you have a reference for, like, what you listen to. And if it sounds good, to be honest, if it sounds good in the car, it's probably going to sound good in the club. Unless you have some, like, 92 Honda Civic and your speakers are, like, blown out and you just like cannot tell. I don't have like the upgraded audio system in my car, but I have like a decent one. But you definitely want to use different mediums to test it in. And the car test is like the final nail for me. It's like, oh, well, it bangs in my car. So we're Gucci. Right, Rally? Come on. Get up here. You're a star. Look at this dog. You're the cutest dog I ever did see. She's half mini Australian Shepherd and half Bichon. Okay, I'll let you go. Oh. Um, but then for this track, uh, I just went super hype on the third drop. I mean, it's an anti-drop, but I like in a live setting, is large build. Uh,
With a step back. When I come around, try and kick back. It's that.
yeah, so this is kind of a neat song. This specific sound, it was just like a basic pluck. And I like affected it a lot. So what I did was instead of just putting like a where it just hits a note. So like originally I had it in here. If I had the original project file, it would have been like, let me pull this down so you can see it. It would have just been a note like right here. Like it would, if you had the 4x4, it would just been, let me see if I can, yeah. It would have been like, ding, yeah. But what I did was I actually I just did this. And then I went in here to the piano roll. Let's see if I can minimize this. Stop playing that. And I went to the velocity. So there's actually this thing right here where you can control the velocity. Donnie, what's up? We're we're mixing bangers right now. And you can actually like affect the velocity like this, and then you can go in and go to the volume, channel volume. Let's see if I can make this even smaller so you guys can't see the whole thing. And you can just do this like thing where you bring up the volume really slowly. I like to make that one the biggest. But I mean, this is with the snare. And then, and that's what I did with this. Yeah, and so like, wait, hold on. I mean, obviously, like, I mean, I'm not going to add that there, but essentially you get the idea. It's like a creative way to like make something more unique. And then what I did was I went in here and I'm just affecting this sound. Probably just throw it on here. And then I would throw on like I think I did like a super massive. Valhalla Supermassive. Oh, space modulator first. No, not a space modulator. What am I doing? Frequency echo. So let's not go that full length. Let's so just kind of like, yeah, a little bit of that. Give it some stereo. And then who's cooking? I'm cooking, dude. We're all cooking. Super massive. Yeah, it's just like, but I would bring this up and down. This is endless space, so we don't want that. But like, you can bring it up and down. So I was like automating that, turning it on and off, and it gives this cool effect where it's like, you see, like it shuts off. And it just gives a really cool effect when you're like in this style where it's kind of in and out.
When I come around try and kick back, it's that.
Ooh, you know what we should do here? I probably will have to like go in and like change the, because I think I exported it with the sidechain, but it would be cool to have no beat here, right? No kick, just have it come in without the kick or the bass, maybe. Just on the first hit. Oh, the first two. Hold up. Wait. Do we even want the drums? We may not even want the drums here. I don't know. I'm just messing around. I kind of like the drums. I even like to do, I think I have like a white noise somewhere. By the way, Donnie, my dog's here. I have paint on the ceiling in my downstairs, and it's like, I don't want the dog breathing in the toxic fumes. Because we like to keep her healthy. She's going to live a long time for dogs. Let's see. White noise effects. I separated these. Drums. Effects. Here we go. No. This guy. This guy right here. Sometimes it's cool to just like add white noise where you don't have kicks. Just for fun. I don't know. This could be terrible. Yeah. I almost want to throw in another kick. Like a double kick here. Right? Isn't that what we're doing? Okay, cool. Like on the half beat, maybe? Oops. Paste. All right. And then we just do like a... Yeah. What if we did 3 kicks? Or this is you got to try it. You just got to try stuff. Yeah, why not? I mean, yeah, be different. Why not? That's cool. Like, just have it on that offbeat right there for no reason whatsoever. Yeah. Yeah, that's tight. I'm gonna keep that. Actually, I said I wasn't gonna save this, but I'm just gonna turn this snare down because I really like that. I am gonna save it. We're gonna save it as a new project file, just in case I decide that I'm wrong later. But I think that's cool. Plus, we did some cleaning up earlier when you weren't here, Donnie. So I'll show you the beginning. It's this. I was explaining that I'm working on like different types of stuff. I've mentioned it before. I'm going a less of melodic route right now, and I'm working on more of like the genreless indie dance type stuff. And I think that because my music just tends to like be either too hard or not hard enough, I have to pick a direction. And right now, like this genre, this type of music, it feels, it speaks to me right now. I don't know. Like when I'm out and I still go and to shows and stuff. I still like to attend and meet people and network. And when I'm in different cities, if there's an artist that I like, I'll go and see them. And nothing is better than music that just makes you want to not stop dancing. You know what I mean? Not stop moving. And just let it all out. And for me, like a good example of that is like a Max Styler. Max Styler, his music is just like when you go to his shows, it's just like, all right, well, I'm gonna be moving my body the whole time for like 3 hours. Even if you're like at the bar or like you're not even like in the crowd, you just like you're feeling it and you can just feel the energy. And I know how to make that music, and I also make something similar for my other project. So I'm like, why can't I just like blend in the Para 11 sound into like some more indie? Whoa. Wait, did I lose you guys? Am I here? Can you guys hear me? What happened? Okay. Yeah, that's the first time that's ever happened. Okay. It like it was like OBS Studio reconnecting. Dude, yo, some weird stuff's been going on with like the internet and like phones and stuff this week. Like okay. Like Verizon was out. I was like out and I was texting my friends and then all of a sudden like my phone just stopped working and I couldn't do anything. Which by the way is kind of terrifying. When you're like out in the world and your phone just is inoperable. I had no way to like connect to the internet. I couldn't call anyone. And I was like, well, I hope something bad's not about to happen because like I have no way of communicating with the world. It makes me feel sad that that's the way that it is because it was like that for so long and now we're just dependent on our phones. But whatever. And then last night, Apple had their outage. I was like done making music. I was kind of tired. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna chill, sit back, go to my like movie theater, and just watch watch the second episode of Hijack on Apple TV, and it's like, nope, no, you're not. Nothing on Apple TV is working right now. I was like, sick. But yeah, I don't know. This obviously has nothing to do with that. If there's a coordinated attack against the telecom or just the, big networks of the world, they're not going after my YouTube channel, that's for sure. I think that would be a silly goose time. They may be going after Google, but all right, we're dipping into conspiracy theories. Let's just play this back. So I took a sample, and it would definitely be a silly goose time, dude. It would be such a silly goose time. I would dress up as Mother Goose and start dancing around with Riley. That's how silly goose time it would be. Yes. I would dress you up as a goose, too. You'd be baby goose. You look like a goose, Riley. Yeah. Anyway. The vocals, I took like a regular sample, and then I like added an LFO tool to it, just like. Let's see. Yeah, so what I did was I took a regular sample. We're just gonna use this as our test thing over here. I took a regular sample and I like threw an LFO tool on it. Not everything's in my quick thing. Okay, here it is. So I just like took the regular vocal and then I went like this. Set it to 116. And then like had it like chopped. And then I added a frequency echo to it. I originally had it going back and forth on the pan, but I sent it to my feedback loop, aka my friend Matt. And he was like, stop doing that. It's like way too much. I mean, it kind of sounds cool in your headphones, but I'm sure that when you're playing it live, which a lot of most speaker systems are mono, but like when you're probably listening to your car, it's probably very like way too much. I like to use ear candy, but if you're using like the main vocal in your track, it can't be like just panning around your head like that. Unless you're making something super experimental. I mean, I'll show you what I mean. I don't know know how much it's gonna show up on YouTube, but I'll show you what I was doing. Loading plugin list. Look at how many plugins I have. There's so many, dude. It's ridiculous. What was it? Panman. So I originally had it like probably doing something like this. It's like really aggressive. Where there's plugins you had to install manually. Yeah. Basically, it was just like goodbye weekend, because I'm not going to be able to do anything. Oh, I wasn't supposed to click that. What is this? Is this somewhere else? Yeah, it is. But anyways, it would sound like this. It's just it's too much. Um, so uh, everyone that I showed it to, the one or two people that I showed it to, were like, "Stop." And I was like, "All right, fine, Jesus." Um, it's much better just coming in center. And then I think I threw in like on a little altar boy and some like maybe like a nectar, and then I kind of pitched it down a little bit. Kept the pan on that one, and then it sounds really cool. And then we have this other sample that's doing the regular thing, and then this last one. So altogether, the vocals are. Let me just wait for the next drop. Wait. Flip down with a step that's flip down with a step that's flip down with a step that's flip down with a step that's. And then together with the sound. Yeah. I see. This is the thing, is like you get to this stage and you're like, oh, well, I need to do something with this drop. It's almost like you don't want to add too many elements outside of what you already included. So I'm probably going to just take something else from the song and manipulate it in a way where I can like add it to this section. Because once you start adding too many elements, you're just like, what is going on? I've lost the plot. Like, even in this, I tease the bass that comes in. So this bass is actually the one I use on the third drop. And we like to do some surgery. We don't want this blending or bleeding over. We want it to be sharp. So we cut that. We cut that, and we should cut that for these two. Oh, you can't see. We don't want bleeding over. It sometimes it has a little, you could tell right here, like slightly bleeds over. Right there. That needs to go away. It's the minute details. That like changes everything. So we should do that for these as well. And that's why we're here, because this is we're just listening and we're like we're doing all the busy work. You guys are helping me out. And also, like, you want to lead into sounds that you're introducing. I feel like almost I want to like have like a reverse bass going into this. When it come round me, yeah, what a kid that. Like a I don't want it for the first one. This needs to be dramatic. Yeah, what a kid that. But if I did like a we did like a, you know, let me make this a new sound. All right. We can just put that over here. And then we add like, I don't know. Nope. Oh God, I haven't activated this one yet. See, it's a process. You have to casually and gradually activate everything. Let's see. I like installed everything, but then you have to go. I told myself I wasn't gonna go and activate everything as I install it because there's so many things, and as you open them up, you'll activate it. But I'll just do that later. So let's just use that. What was that one that we used earlier that was like huge? Echoes. It was like endless, right? Reverbs, massive, dark matter. Why not? Let's see what this sounds like. I don't love it. I mean, it's cool. Large, medium, massive vocal. No. I swear we saw one in here that was like, was it in spaces? Endless space. Let's try this. Yeah. Okay. Let's make it a bit longer. And then what we'll do is we'll, I think we could just, can I just, whatever. I'll just export it. Samples. Rev bass. And then we just pull it in. Where is it? Where did I save it? Probably in the project file. Music, samples. I don't even know where I saved it. I did it in the, oh, here it is. A lot of work for something silly, but turn this up. Bring it back a little bit. Well, hold on. Reverse it. Bring it back a little bit. Do this. Bring it up. Then we do that. Might not be loud enough, but let's see. Yeah, so we want to throw this on the see what I mean? Oh. I almost want it to be louder. There we go. It's the little details. I mean, I really think that like the difference between great music and good music is like stupid stuff like this. It's the stuff that you like add that like I really think that like to finish the song really for real is to just go in and add the little things like this. Cause like these little clicks that I added to the transients of that thing, this little like effect that I have here, which by the way I should probably link it to the effects channel now while I'm thinking about it. Effects bus. It really is the difference in great music and good music, because I think that's where people, you've listened to enough music, you've referenced enough songs, you know what you like, and if you analyze the great songs, the ones that you really respect, they leave no detail unthought of. I mean, the mastering, sure, the mixing, sure, but like the actual ingredients of the song, it's not just a 4x4 track that has like a good melody. It has like theory behind it in every corner of the song. For the most part, I can't speak to every song. I mean, you love music, but the little sweeps, the little clicks, like, for instance, I saw somewhere that, like, I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was like Afrojack was talking about how he was like hanging out with Skrillex, and Skrillex has like a folder of just like 2 millisecond sounds, and it's like 1,000 of them, and it's just like he meticulously places these like really, really short like things to add clarity and like frequencies to specific noises that he's doing, because he wants to affect those sounds differently than the ones that he did sound design to. Dubstep's a little different, obviously. Like when you're making music like Skrillex, I mean, it's you could do some major surgery in some of the stuff, because like the sound cuts out completely on a lot of parts, and you want to be able to manipulate things where people can hear those minute details, as opposed to like music where there's a lot of like, you know, soundscapes and whatnot. But I really do think that there's a lot to say for including a lot of little things. What do you want? Oh my god. She's curled up in a ball. She's the cutest dog, man. She barks at the mailman, but she's a cute dog. Okay. You've eaten, you've gone to the bathroom, you're good. Yeah, so I think with this song and with a few other songs, I'm trying to put together a cohesive set of music like this. Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, like milliseconds and like these little like you'd be surprised how many people include these little stupid things in it. You don't even realize it's happening. Because I could have just told you it was a part of this sound. I guess it's a little different melody, but and automation is huge for taking your music to the next level. Like a lot of people when they're making songs, like producers, they'll just have this sound like this and just be playing the whole time like that instead of having it automated. Because you want it to feel alive. I think I'm affecting the frequency echo while I'm also bringing up and down the cutoff. If you're doing multiple things at once, it's just like, you know, if I forgot to bring these up. Dang it, I'm going to do that next time. I'm going to bring these out next time. When you're using things on the computer, when you're like doing plugins on the computer as opposed to doing this, you can kind of mimic live play, which is what automation is, obviously. But the more you do that, the more it feels alive, the more it feels like the dance music that you're making isn't just flat or cookie cutter, or just you went in and found a synth and a preset and just put it in there and made a melody. Like, no one wants that. They want something unique. They want something alive. The more you can create something that's different, the more that you can create something that's alive, it's just creative. You don't want to make the same thing over and over, but you also you want to make something unique. And greatness is not, it's subjective, but I do think that the more detail you put in your tracks, people will notice without noticing. It's like that. It's like, I don't know. Like, I straighten up downstairs in my house and it feels clean, but until the cleaners actually come and they're like cleaning the house, you're like, oh, wait, hold up. This is legitimately clean. Even though it looked clean before and everything was put together and all that and straightened up, you can really tell when it's clean. Not just the smell, but like the dust and stuff that you wouldn't even notice was there. It's just immaculate. It's resplendent. And it's the same thing with music. You make things clean. You make things, you clean out, you add all the stuff. You clean all the nooks. You get the baseboards. You get on your knees and notice the fine details of what needs to be manipulated and touched. It can really make a difference. It's easier when don't have that many layers. I was told by someone who's really good at mixing music, you don't want to have more than 32 stems most of the time. I just noticed there's another one that we can get rid of. As we're sitting here, there's nothing on this. Wait, let me make sure again. Oh, you're not seeing my screen. I just realized that. There's a stem here that has nothing on it. This one right here. I'm going to delete it. Bye. What was that? 30. Well, we lost it. It was 28. Yeah. We will get rid of it. So if I count my stems, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 29. If you can keep your stems under 32 stems for a track, now this doesn't really like take this with a grain of salt, but like if you can keep your track under 32 stems, and then with those 32 stems, if you like, or if you have more than that, you can kind of combine them from a mixing and mastering standpoint. I think your track will come together better. I think there's a point where you could overproduce. Like I do it all the time. Like I will have way too many layers and I'm like, if I take this out, it won't sound the same, but you need to maximize like the sound that you're going for and the cleanliness of the mix, because you can only fit so much sound in a half circle. Riley, stop crying. Come on. She's just chilling at the door. I'll get you a snack or something. You have to wait. But yeah, you can only fit so much in the half circle, and I really do think that a lot of people will not realize how much their track's in phase, and how much they have frequency wise that's being blocked. So you can like I don't really, I have the stereo imager on my master, but I don't really mess with this. I think that if I don't typically, I'll send mine off to really good songs. I'll send off to like a professional master that has like a, you know, all the equipment and whatnot. But if I'm doing a master, like if I do the imager at all, I'll do this in the actual buses. I have it here to just kind of like hear them, like I'll just do this and make sure that nothing sounds like terrible on it on any end. Yeah. And then you can like see here. And sometimes I'll like put another track that's kind of similar, and I'll like, you can get a plugin called AB, Magic AB, and you can like play them back to back and go between the different sections of the spectrum and see if they like line up. There's other tools that I use, but for the most part, I'll just kind of feel it out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys like think this is weird, like this direction is weird. Like it sounds nothing like a lot of the songs that I've been making. But like whatever, you know. Like, I don't know, like I feel like a lot of times when people start making stuff that's like extremely different, like obviously a completely different genre, I'm still making like, you know, house. They have to like either announce it or change their name or make a new alias. But I'm not gonna do that. I think I'm using a lot of the same like sound design, and I'm kind of just slightly deviating and like going a different route. Doesn't mean that I'm not gonna make, you know, the stuff that I make, but for right this second, I'm kind of in a groove with this kind of stuff, so I'm gonna ride it. I'm going to ride it until I ain't feeling it. You know? I don't know if you guys think this is good or not. What if it's terrible? At the end of the day, maybe it is, but at least you're getting some production advice out of it. So just insight into the producing world if you don't make music. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Yeah, so I'm just going to spend my time this week making another one of these, cleaning it up, and I'm going to save this. Cleaning it up and activating all my plugins. I mean, there's no, like, there's a lot of these that I have not thrown in. So like I have to star these individually to show up on my like quick thing, and until I use them, like I'm not clicking on it. So I'll come in here and be like, oh, I need this, and then I'll just like click on it, and then it'll save into my recently used. And then once I do that, if I haven't activated it yet, I'll just like, oh, I have to go to pluginalliance.com and like sign in, and then like get the serial and the activation code, and you know, it's a process. Instead of doing it all at once, I'd rather spread it out over time. Well, we're at the hour, so I'm probably going to call it again, but thanks. You guys are my OGs, and I appreciate. Thanks for hanging out with me and Riley. Oh yeah, Donnie, are you still there? I'll ping you on Instagram. Yeah, I love it. It's great. You guys are getting some insight into what I'm doing, so I appreciate it as always. Cool beans. Until next time, I'll see you guys.